Today we are studying that there is an electric dipole which is kept in an external electric field. We know that dipole is making electric field due to itself, but the same dipole now we are keeping at a location where there is a field created by some other charges. Let this field, which is represented by these field lines, is created by some other charges. We are not concerned with that, but the nature of this electric field is a uniform electric field. Uniform means at every point the strength of electric field is same and the direction of electric field is also same. Now this is known as uniform electric field. We are placing a dipole here. The dipole has got two charges. Let us say these are the two charges, and at any given time the direction of dipole is like this. This length of dipole is, we know it is equal to 2L. Here is the charge minus Q, and this is the charge plus Q. The direction of this dipole is from minus to plus, and at the present we have kept it in at any random position. Now this dipole, what are the different characteristics of this dipole that we are going to study? Number one, this dipole which is kept in electric field, does it experience any force and does it experience any torque? First we will try to find out. The dipole consists of two particles. This particle minus Q experience a force because whenever a charge is kept in electric field, it experiences a force. What is the direction of that force? Answer, the direction on plus Q is in the direction of E. So this is the force on plus Q. The direction of force on minus Q is in the opposite direction of E, and that will be in this direction. Because the force is minus QE. Minus will make the direction in opposite direction. Okay, so this is force and this is force. How much is the net force acting on the dipole? This is the net force. This is in the direction of E and this is opposite to the direction of E. Then these two are same in quantity. The net force is going to be 0. This. Now this is net force. That means if the net force is 0, what is the result in mechanics? In mechanics it means if there is a net force on the body which is 0, then this will not have any linear motion. That means the center of mass of this dipole will not move in any direction because it will not have any linear motion. That is, we have proved just now. Now, the second thing, this is with reference to linear motion. Now we go for rotational motion. For the rotational motion, the required characteristic is the torque. If a body is experiencing a torque, then it will rotate. Is it having a torque experienced by it? For the torque, what do we need? We need a couple of forces, and those forces should be equal, opposite, applied at different points, and there should be perpendicular distance between them. See all these 4 points. This is one body. There are two forces which are equal in magnitude. Equal in magnitude. This F is also equal to, yes, they are equal in magnitude applied at the different points of the body, and there is certain perpendicular distance between the direction of two forces. This is direction of this force, this is direction of this force, and this is the perpendicular distance between the two. So these are the conditions required to make a couple of force, and this couple of force is now able to apply a torque on it. That means there will be a torque applicable on the dipole. Now let us write this thing. There are two equal and opposite forces acting on dipole at different points, and there is normal distance between them. Number one, two equal and opposite forces. There should be equal, they should be opposite, acting on dipole at different points. This is condition number 3, and there is a normal distance between them. All the 4 conditions are fulfilled to make them a couple of force, such couple of force which will create a torque. So a torque is created on it. And what does a torque do? A torque rotates the body. So this dipole is rotated. How much is the torque acting on it? The torque we can always calculate. Torque is equal to force multiplied distance, that is normal distance between the forces. And let's calculate it. F, let's give it certain name. Let it be A, this point B, and this point C. Then what is the normal distance between the direction of two forces? Answer BC is the normal distance. So we have it force into magnitude of BC. Now force, we know the force at both the points has a magnitude equal to QE. So we write here force as QE. This BC we want to convert in form of 2L. So we create an angle, this. At this moment, the dipole is making an angle theta with the direction of electric field. This is direction of dipole moment, that is, we call it vector P. Dipole moment vector P. This is electric field vector E, and the direction of P and E make an angle theta. So if theta is the angle, then by geometry what is the relation between BC and AB? Answer BC upon AB. BC upon AB is equal to, for theta, this is perpendicular and this is hypotenuse, so sine theta. So what is BC equal to? AB sine theta. So this we can write BC as AB sine theta, and how much is AB? AB is equal to 2L, so I will write here directly 2L sine theta. Now, take these two multiplicants, q multiplied by 2L. We know that q multiplied by 2L is this. This is what? Effectiveness of dipole. We call it dipole moment. So, this is P, E, and sine theta. This is the magnitude of torque, PE sine theta. So, a torque will be applicable on the dipole which is kept in an electric field and which is making an angle theta with it. Now, torque is a vector quantity. P, dipole moment, is a vector quantity. Electric field E is a vector quantity. So, we can write it as vector torque is equal to vector P cross vector E. And what is the magnitude in cross product? The magnitude is PE sine theta. See here, it is PE sine theta. So, a torque is a vector quantity which is produced by multiplication of two vector quantities, and this multiplication is having a normal. So, this is formula for torque. Now, this theta, if it acquires different angles, 0, 90, 180, 270, then what will happen to the torque? How there will be changes in the torque. That we can see, okay, the different conditions of torque at different angles. Here is, okay, first we have, let us say, electric field in this direction, and the dipole moment P is in this direction. That means there is minus q here and there is plus q here, and this is electric field in this direction. In such case, what is the value of theta? Theta is equal to 0. Then what is the value of torque? Torque is equal to PE sine theta, and sine 0 is 0. So here torque is 0. In second case, electric field is in this direction and dipole moment is in this direction. P, because minus q is here, plus q is here, and what is the angle between the two? In this case it is 90 degree. So theta is equal to 90 degree. And in this case, if we go by the formula, torque is equal to P sine theta, then the magnitude of torque will be P into E. Okay, so now second case. Now again we turn it a little bit. This is electric field. Turn it a bit more and it comes to this position. P, here is minus q, here is plus q. Now P is in this direction, and how much is theta here? In this case, theta is equal to 180 degree. Then what will be torque equal to? This is PE sine 180, that is 0. So torque is again 0. And the fourth condition, again E, and there is P. We turn it, now minus q here, plus q here, and this is the direction of P, and how much it has turned? It has turned this much, that is equal to 270. Here it has turned this much, that was theta equal to 180. Here this was 90. Now it has turned to 270. So torque is equal to, again, P into E into sine 270, which is equal to minus 1. So this will be minus. negative. So this is the torque in this condition, and the next condition will be the first condition again. So this is, we have seen the value of torque 0, PE 0 and minus PE. Again it will be here. So this you have to remember at different cases, and you should be able to derive it. Now, which will be known as equilibrium condition with reference to torque? Answer: whenever torque is 0, this is equilibrium condition, and this is also equilibrium condition. That means if we leave it here, it will experience a torque equal to PE, that is in this direction and in this direction. Therefore it will turn, and it will turn, come back to this position, and then torque will become 0. It will not turn anymore, it will stay in this condition. Okay, so this is equilibrium condition. Now there are two equilibrium conditions like this, but one equilibrium is said to be stable and one is unstable. This equilibrium is stable and this equilibrium is unstable. Why they are stable and unstable? What is meant by stable? Stable means if we disturb this dipole, if we turn it a little and leave, it will come back to its original position. See, this is electric field, here is P acting in this direction, plus Q, minus Q, and if we disturb it a little, then where is the force? Answer: this positive experience force in this direction, this is negative experience force in this direction, and this torque, you can very well imagine that this torque will turn it. In which direction it will be turned? Answer: it will be turned in this direction. It will be turned in this direction. So it will, dipole will rotate and come back to this situation when theta will be 0 and there will be no torque. So it will stay there. Okay. Now if we disturb this equilibrium condition, see, we disturb it a little and make it in this direction. This is minus Q and this is plus Q. Okay, this is direction of E. So where are the forces acting? Answer: on this there will be a force on plus Q in the direction of E, so this will be here, and force on minus Q in this direction opposite to E. Now this type of torque, you can see what is its direction. It is clockwise. This clockwise torque, what it will do? It will turn it this way. Is it bringing it back? Answer: no, it is not bringing it back. It is turning it this way. Here what's happening? It is bringing back. When it comes here, it comes back to this condition. But when it turns, it will not come back to this position. It will turn completely. So, comes back to equilibrium. Do not come back to equilibrium. So on disturbing from their original position, on disturbing, this disturbance will come back to equilibrium position, and this disturbance will not come back to equilibrium position. Therefore, we call it unstable. Come back, therefore we call it stable. So this is stable equilibrium, this is unstable equilibrium. Okay, so these are the four situations of the torque. Now, we have studied about two quantities, the force applicable on dipole and the torque applicable on the dipole and its different situations. Now we will study another thing, that is how much work we have to do when we rotate a dipole. Work done when a dipole is rotated. So we will calculate it. We know the formula for work done in rotational motion. We know if we have a body which is experiencing a torque tau and it is rotated with a very small angle, say d theta, then we have to do certain work on it. We have to apply torque tau and turn it with angular displacement d theta. So torque multiplied by angular displacement gives the small work done on it. This is our fundamental formula. The work done is equal to torque multiplied by d theta. Now, in case of dipole, work done dipole, dw is equal to, how much is the torque relation? Torque formula for dipole is Pe sine theta, that we have seen here, Pe sine theta. So we use it here, Pe sine theta into d theta. This is small quantity of work done. Now, if we rotate it by an angle theta, then the total work done, rotating it from 0 degree to theta, then how much it will be? Integration of Pe sine theta d theta. And what is integration of sine theta d theta? That is equal to cos theta. So this we can write as this is minus Pe. P and E, they are constants for a given dipole and electric field. During the rotation, neither P is changing nor E is changing. So these two are constants, they are taken out. Sin theta d theta integration is minus cos theta. So minus is taken out and we write here cos theta. And this cos theta integration is done. We have to apply the limits 0 to theta. 0 theta. And now let's apply the limit, and this will be, this is equal to minus Pe and cos theta minus cos 0. How much is cos 0? Cos 0 is equal to 1. So this is minus 1. Take this minus inside, so this will be Pe 1 minus cos theta. This is formula for work done, W. This is work done in rotating a dipole from 0 to theta degree. From 0 to theta. This is Pe 1 minus cos theta. Now, for any given rotation, if we are rotating from 30 degree to 70 degree, we will use the same formula, and here what we will do? 30 to 70. Put it here, 30 to 70, and we get the answer. So we can find out the work done for any rotation. Anyway, this is work done when we are rotating it from 0 degree to theta degree. Suppose we rotate it from 0 to 90. then what will happen? We will make it 0 to 90. So this will be cos 90 minus cos 0. Cos 90 minus cos 0. Cos 90 is equal to 0, and this will be 1. 0 minus 1 multiply with minus, so this will be plus. So when we turn it from 0 to 90, turn 0 to 90, 0 to 90, and we get work done is equal to P into E. Very simple. Zero to 90. But if we turn it 0 to 180, okay, I will take this space, turn 0 to 180. Then this will be again minus PE cos 180 minus cos 0. Cos 180 minus cos 0. Here it is equal to, work done is equal to minus PE cos 180. Cos 0 is equal to 1 and cos 180 is equal to minus 1. So this is minus 1 minus plus 1. So this is equal to minus 2 and makes it 2PE. So when we turn a dipole from 0 to 180 degree, how much work has to be done? The work has to be done 2PE. When we turn it from 0 to 90 degree, 0 to 90 degree, the work done is PE. When we turn it 0 to 180, the work done is 2PE. Here, this was dipole. We turned it, bring it here. When we turn it this way, how much work has been done? Answer, work here done is PE. Now when we turn it this much and bring it to this condition, then how much is the work done? In this case, work done is equal to 2PE, and it is very logical. 90 degree PE, 180 degree 2PE. Please remember this. So this is what work done. This is not potential energy. Please remember, we start from a certain condition and we turn it. We have to do certain work, and these are measurements of the work done. Okay, so we have this work done. After this, we will make a small thing. Is this dipole having certain energy? When we are placing it in a very normal condition of equilibrium, at this condition, how much is the force acting on it? 0. How much is the torque acting on it? 0. This is in equilibrium and it is in stable condition. Then, does it have any potential energy? We can calculate it. What is the definition of potential energy? Okay, so far for electrical particles, potential energy we have not done so, but we can define it. The potential energy is the amount of the work done when a dipole is brought from infinity to its position, to its given position. That will be its potential energy at the given point, and let's calculate it. First we will write the definition and then we will calculate it. What is the potential energy of a dipole at any location and how this potential energy will change. So far we have done what is the force, what is the torque, how much work is done when it is rotated, and now we will do what are the changes in energy. The definition of potential energy: the potential energy of electric charge or electric dipole is equal to the amount of work done in bringing it from zero electric field to that location. This is the same potential energy definition which is applicable to any field, whether it is gravitational field, whether it is electric field. Okay, so here what does it mean actually? It means here there is a space, in this space there is electric field and there is a dipole we observe here. Okay, and there is electric field here. This dipole, each charge of this dipole is experiencing a force. Then why it does not move according to the force? Because the net force on the dipole is 0, we have just studied. Does it have any energy? To answer that we will calculate. What do we calculate? When we bring a positive charge here, when we bring from where? From anywhere. From a location where electric field was 0. Because here, everywhere, what is there? There is electric field all over here. When we are bringing it to the electric field, then electric field is applying a force here. Electric field is applying a force here, and we have to counter that force. We have to give a counter force and bring them here, displace them here. So that means we are doing certain work, and that work is converted into potential energy. But the question is, from where we are bringing it? The answer is, we are bringing it from a location where there was no electric field to this location where there is electric field. Where is that location when there was no electric field? The range of electric field is spread up to infinity. So the electric field is 0 at a location which is at a distance of infinity. Let us say it is here, infinity. So we have to bring it from infinity to this point. Okay, then see, from infinity we bring the two charges. Here we apply a technique, and that technique is, we do our calculation in two parts. Number one, how much work is done to bring positive Q at this location? How much work is done for bringing minus Q to this location? Then what is the total work done? This is our strategy of calculating the total work done, because whatever work we do on this dipole, that will become its potential energy. This we have studied in the definition and the calculations of potential energy. Okay, from here we bring the dipole, the positive charge here. How much work is done? Up to this point. This point is A. Work done in bringing plus Q from infinity to A. How much is the work done? There is a certain amount of work done. We call it W. Do not calculate it. We call it W. Suppose now, what is the work done in bringing minus Q from infinity to A, not to B, only up to A. First we calculate, then we will calculate to this location B. First we are calculating plus Q infinity to A and minus Q from infinity to A only. How much it is to be done? Because their amount of the charge is same, because electric field intensity is same, because the distance is same, the work done will also be same, only the sign of work done will be minus W, because the charge is minus Q. Here the force is Q into E, here the force is minus Q into E. Therefore, force multiplied by displacement, one will be positive and one will be negative. This work done W and this W, they are same in magnitude. That means when we bring these two charges up to point A, the net work done is equal to 0. For what? Positive plus Q has come here, minus Q has come here, the net work is W. Now we have to take minus Q up to this point and calculate this work done. And that work done will be the total work done for bringing the two charges here. Because up to this point, the two charges have been brought and we have calculated the work done is 0. Now we take it up to this point. What is the work done here? Work done in carrying minus Q from A to B. And how much is that distance? That distance is 2L. How much is the force on this? Work done is equal to force multiplied by displacement. How much is the force? Force is equal to Q into E. This is the force and negative. Okay, this is the force. How much is the displacement? 2L. So how much is the work done? Minus QE into 2L, and see this multiplication. Q into 2L makes P. So this is minus PE. Okay. If we apply sin theta cos theta, then this will be QE into force into displacement into cos theta. And what is angle theta here? Here angle theta is 0, so cos theta is equal to 1. But we have taken it into cognizance. Okay, so this is minus PE, this is the work done for bringing it from this point to this point. Now, when we bring minus Q from A to B, minus Q is here, plus Q is lying here, and we see this is our dipole. Plus Q here, minus Q here at a distance of 2L. Now, let's calculate how much is the total work done. Up to A, the work done was 0. Some additional work we have to do to bring minus Q here, and this is the minus PE. So how much is the total work? Therefore, total work is equal to minus PE, and we know that this total work done on it will become its potential energy. Therefore, potential energy of dipole is equal to minus PE. This is potential energy. Now energy is a scalar quantity, and we can also write it minus P vector E, and there is a dot product of the two. This is PE cos theta. Theta has to be taken as 0, so this is minus PE. This is magnitude, this is vector form, and this is the potential energy of any dipole which is kept in electric field E. Okay, so this is calculation of potential energy. Please remember. Do you remember what was the torque we had calculated? Yes, the torque we calculated was P cross E, and that was magnitude was PE sin theta. How much is the energy it has? Potential energy. This is equal to P dot E, and the magnitude is PE cos theta. Please remember this. Torque and energy relations. Now, this is energy in which position of the rotation? Answer, this minus Q to plus Q, this is the direction of P, and E, this is the direction of E. This is the direction of E, this is the direction of P. If the dipole is kept in such a way that it is in equilibrium condition, zero equilibrium condition, stable equilibrium condition, where P is along E, then it is having a potential energy is equal to minus PE. Okay, you remember this? Now the next question is, if we rotate it, will there be any change in its potential energy? Answer is yes, there will be change in its potential energy. How there will be change? Because we are doing certain work on it, and that work will be added. The work of rotating it will be added, and that will change its potential energy at different locations. See how it is done. Potential energy of dipole at different rotations. First, electric field is here and the dipole moment is here, P, minus Q plus Q. Theta is equal to 0. How much is the energy here? Potential energy is equal to minus PE. This we have done just now. Now rotate it. This is electric field, and we rotate the dipole up to this situation. This is minus Q, this is plus Q, and this is P. Okay, this angle is how much? 90 degree. When we have rotated from this to this, we have to do certain work. How much is the work? Please see Phy-XII-1. How much is the work in this? The answer is work done. Work done is equal to, we have calculated PE. This is the work done. Therefore, what is the net potential energy? Therefore, net potential energy is equal to, what was potential energy here? Minus PE. How much work we have done? Plus PE. This is potential energy plus work done. This becomes 0. This is what? Net potential energy here. Net potential energy minus PE. Here net potential energy is 0. Rotate it more. This is electric field, and we turn it further, and now we turn it by 180 degree. This is our turning. How much? 180 degree. Okay, then how much is the work done? In rotating by 180 degree, the work done is equal to 2 PE. Okay, remember we have just done it. Then what was potential energy in this location? This was minus PE. So here we have net potential energy is equal to, minus PE was the energy here, and we have done a work equal to 2 PE. So what is the net potential energy? PE. Okay, so in this condition the energy is minus PE. In this condition of dipole, the energy is 0. In this condition of dipole, the energy is plus E, plus PE. Okay, now there are certain tricky questions for which we should be very careful. I ask you this way: in which situation of P and E the potential energy is 0? Here it is not 0. Here the torque is 0, but potential energy is not 0. Potential energy is 0 in this situation, when we have already done certain work on it. Okay, again, the second question. In which condition of rotation the potential energy is minimum? And when we say minimum, immediately it comes to our mind, no potential energy, this must be 0. But this is not correct, because when we say minimum, then a lower potential energy from 0 minus PE is also present. So this is minimum potential energy. This is 0 potential energy. And this is maximum potential energy. Please remember this. Now, any system in our nature tries to come to the location, come to the situation of minimum potential energy. And therefore, the dipole would like to come back to this position. Whenever we disturb a dipole and leave it, what will happen? It will turn and come back to this situation, because here it needs minimum potential energy. So this is the calculation of potential energy for different rotations, and in equilibrium the potential energy is minus PE, which is minimum potential energy. So we have studied today the different situations of different characteristics when a dipole is kept in a external electric field. A very small thing. When we kept this dipole in electric field, we assumed that electric field is uniform. So you may ask, if electric field is not uniform, then what will happen? Okay, let us see that condition. If electric field is non-uniform, it's a small thing, just 1 minute more. Non-uniform electric field. How it is represented? Answer is, it is represented like this. And it may even turn. Okay, here we have a dipole and we keep that dipole like this. This is minus Q and this is plus Q. Now, at these two locations, we know electric field is stronger at this point, electric field is weak at this point. Suppose electric field is 100, here it is 70, 100, 70. This 70 will create a force on it in this direction. This direction. This is QE dash. Here it will be in this direction. This is QE. So this is QE here, QE dash here, but these forces are not equal. If this force is 100, this force is 70, then there will be two actions. Number one, out of this 100, 70 will be used to create a torque. I will write it. Suppose it is 100 and this is suppose 70. Then out of this 100, 70 will be used to create the torque. 70 in this direction, 70 in this direction will create a torque. Then rest of the 30, rest force 30, which is applicable on this, it will push it. And it will push it in this direction. From here, there will be a push in this direction, which will create a linear motion. Net force 30. So this dipole will have two motions at one time, just like this. This is having a turn, plus it is also moving in this direction, this way. So this will be having a turn as well as it will keep sliding in this direction. So there will be rotational motion due to 70-70. rotational motion plus there will be linear motion because of the extra one. So this is what will happen in a non-uniform electric field. But this is only a quiz. We hardly get such disuniformity within the dipole because this length 2L is so small that having different electric field here and here is not practical. So generally we get all our situations where electric field is normal, that is uniform, and this, the non-uniform electric field, is only a question for our thinking, for the quiz purpose, but if it happens, there will be both the motions in a dipole. So now we have studied all the characteristics related to dipole when it is kept in a external electric field. Stability, non-stability, there are further things which come here. That when a dipole is disturbed from its equilibrium position, stable equilibrium position, here is a dipole, this is direction of electric field, this is dipole in stable equilibrium condition. I disturb it this way. What will happen? It will come back because of the torque, but when it comes back, due to inertia, it will not stay here. By the time it comes back, it has gathered certain velocity. From here, there is a force acting on it, torque acting on it, and because of that, its velocity goes on increasing. By the time it reaches here, it has gathered certain velocity, and due to inertia of velocity, it will not stay here, it will go like this. Then opposite torque will start acting on it, which will bring it here. But again, due to velocity, it will go here. So in this way, it will start oscillating. This condition we will study, say, when there is appropriate occasion, and we are studying oscillation of dipole in electric field. Okay, but that is a different thing. So far, so much, so many characteristics we have studied. Thank you.